Hey there, and welcome to the Do Life Big podcast. This podcast is going to be your jam if you want to live to your full potential and don't believe in half-assing anything in your life. If we want to do life big, that means we've got to get out of our own way because we only have this one shot to make it awesome. I'm your host, Kathy, and I'm a mom of three whose BFF is cold brew, a retired school teacher turned online entrepreneur, and an author. I'm loud, bold, and will always keep it real. I'm determined to live my best freaking life possible, and I'm here to help you do the same. I'll be packing this podcast with tips, motivation, inspiration, and strategies to finally get you where you want to go. And we will have a ton of laughter along the way because, let's be honest, we can't ever take ourselves too seriously, right? I'm so excited you are here with me today. Now let's get this party started. Hey everyone, what's up? Welcome back to the Do Life Big podcast, episode number 4. Moving right along here. So excited to be back again with you guys today. Wanted to start out this episode giving a shout out to Ashley Hendrick for leaving a 5-star review for episode number 1. And Ashley said, Kathy is full of inspiration, constantly pushing and leading by example to live life outside of your comfort zone to achieve success and live life to the fullest. And thank you so much, Ashley. Really appreciate the support and helping spread the word out there. We're brand spanking new. As I said, this is only episode number 4. So any kind of positive feedback and positive reviews I can get, I will take and be really grateful for. So thank you so much. If you have a minute, please just go to iTunes and leave a positive review. If you love this podcast, you can just go to Kathy Reuter, KathyReuter.com/iTunes. I do this podcast totally for free. I don't earn any money by doing this, and I do it because I want to make an impact and I want to be able to really help as many people as I possibly can live their best life possible because we only have this one life, so we don't want to waste it, right? And we don't want to spend it half-assing it. So the more that you can all help spread the word, the more lives that we can change, the more of an impact that we can make, and all good things will come. So thank you so much. All right, let's dive in and let's talk about challenges. When we have challenges in our life, run toward them, not away from them, because honestly, it is in those times of challenge and hardship where you'll be more open-minded to changes that you need to make or actions that you need to take to change your life or your situation. 8.5 years ago, when I started my online health and fitness business, if I wasn't going through the challenges that I was going through at that time with my family, I may have never actually started that online health and fitness business. And if you don't know my story and my journey about that, I will just backtrack and fill you in really briefly. So I was an elementary school teacher for about 10 years before I had children, but I always knew that I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom once I had kids. And so I had my firstborn, Landon, 10 years ago. I resigned from my teaching career and I was doing the whole stay-at-home mom thing. And that's what I was doing. I was tutoring a couple of nights of the week. Then 18 months later, Kirsten came around and I had her. And at this time now, we had gotten ourselves into so much debt, about $35,000 worth of debt, because we were living off of one income. And we had completely cleared out our entire savings account because of this living off of one income. And it was extremely stressful. And I was faced with a major challenge, which was we're doing everything that we possibly can to earn income and it's not working. You have to go back to your teaching career. And I did not want to go back to my teaching career. I wanted to be home with my kids. And it was during that really intense challenge where we were so overwhelmed and so stressed that I was able to keep an open mind to different opportunities. And I was willing to try something that I knew nothing about because I was just so desperate to be able to do whatever it took to be able to be home with my kids. And that's when I found out about, all right, I can run this own business from my house. I can be with the kids during the day and I can build my business at night. And I did. I dove right in. I proved everybody wrong. I had everything going against me. And I was able to show others and prove to myself that I can be a stay-at-home mom and I can be a kick-ass CEO all from home if I make the decision to do that. And so that's what I did. I stayed with them during the day and during nap times, and at night, I built my business, all from my kitchen countertop up in Massachusetts at the time, all from my laptop or my phone. And within 11 months, I completely changed our entire situation and built a six-figure income within that first year and have been doing it ever since. So when I look back on that time, I always say, I don't really know if I really would have gone all in and have gone full throttle if my back wasn't against the wall like that. But it was during that challenge where I was really tested. How bad do you really want to change the situation, Kathy? How bad do you really want to be home with your kids? And once I got started into that business, I realized that thank God I did this business because, it's exhausting being a stay at home mom with all the kids, but it is so nice to be able to have something that's for yourself. And I really looked forward to having my own thing that I could focus on every single day while they took their naps and every single night when they went to bed at night. And so we need these challenges in our life because it's in those times of challenge and struggle where we become solution oriented and we get more creative and we become open minded and we push ourselves to do something to change our situation, right? People try to avoid them, but we need them in our life and we need these struggles and they're there for a reason. And so think about your life right now. What are some areas in your life that you can think of where might be pretty rocky right now? Might be going through some stressful times. Possibly is it your income? Is it the amount of money that's in your bank account, right? Like you don't have enough. You're living paycheck to paycheck. Is it your health? That's the problem that you're concerned about. Is it your mindset? Like, that you are not being as positive or as confident as you need to be. Like, that you're your own worst enemy. Is it the people that you're surrounding yourself with? I mean, that is a big one, right? You want to leave situations feeling better than you did when you got in there. So think about your circle of influence, your circle of friends that you hang out with. Do they make you feel great? Do they make you feel awesome? Do you have good times? Or do you leave those situations with the people who you hang out with and you feel just depleted of energy and you feel exhausted and drained and like, whoa, like I don't want to do that again anytime soon, right? Is it your job that maybe you aren't happy with, that you don't feel fulfilled with? Maybe a relationship that you have where you're living? Maybe it's the things that you're watching on TV, like it's not making you feel good and you need to make this change, but you keep doing it. Think about what that challenge is that you have right now and what's something that you could do to try to change that around so that thing is no longer a challenge or a problem for you and just run toward it. Everything is figure outable. Everything. It doesn't matter what you have going on. There is a solution to everything. And that's how I operate because like I said a couple episodes ago, I like to be in control. I mean, whatever. You can call me a control freak if you want. So be it. But when there is a problem, I don't care what it is or what it involves, my immediate reaction is I need to solve the problem. I need to fix this problem. And I immediately take action to try to change it. So I want you to think about that with yourself too and take that action that you need to take. All right. So these things are going to help you now keep your mindset in check so that you're more likely to run toward those challenges and work through them versus avoiding them and running away from them. Because, like I said, the change in your life and the growth and the momentum that you want and the excitement and the fulfillment is all there on the other side of you working through those challenges. Okay, so you've got to go through them if you want to see the transformation happen in your life. So here are some things that positive, confident people with a growth mindset do. And you can start adopting these too as well right now. So that way you're that person who runs through the challenges. You just plow right through them. Like, I got this versus running away from them. So filling your mind with positive content, good books that make you feel good, podcasts that are uplifting. This one, obviously, hello, right? Any of that is going to help. Surrounding yourself with other positive people, expecting positive outcomes in your life, being that person that when you do something or you're looking at things that are going on in your life, you are expecting it to work out. You're expecting it to go well. Why wouldn't it? Of course it's going to go well. Having that kind of an attitude, using your mindset toolkit, which is, I talked about this the last episode, that when you're having a tough day or somebody tries to zap your energy or something out of your control happens to you during your day and tries to zap your happy go lucky chipper attitude, you have your own little mindset toolkit of things that you can reach into and pull out that you can do right away that can instantly change your mood. What's in your toolkit? And use that on the daily. Celebrating the small wins along the way. Doesn't matter how small it is. Celebrating it, being proud of yourself, looking back at failures that you may have had and looking at them as opportunities to learn and grow from versus making it mean that you are the failure. And you've got to be your own hype person. I say this every day to my husband and my kids, like, more hype. You got to be your own hype person. You don't need anybody else cheering you on. You got to be cheering yourself on every single day. Find little things to be proud of. Build healthy routines into your life. And then use other people's success as a guide for what is possible for you. And this could be in anything. It could be in terms of being happier. It could be in terms of running a successful business. It could be in terms of a relationship that you look up to. Like, you wish that your relationship was more like this other relationship that you're looking up to. Look at those other people's successes and use them as a guide. Those are all things that you should be doing that positive, confident people with a growth mindset do and will make you more able to run through those challenges and become more open minded and have a solution oriented mindset. So that way you get creative and you find a way to make it work. And then you look back and you're like, that was awesome. I'm so glad that I did that. Probably if that challenge hadn't happened, I would have never gone down that path, right? It all happens for a reason. These are some things that you should definitely avoid and not do. All right. So that way you can have a good positive mindset and you'll be able to approach those challenges with much more ease and work through them. Avoid negative news. All right. You cannot be a positive, confident person, or should I say, there's no way that you can be as positive or as confident as you should be if you're someone who is consuming negative news on the daily. It's all out of our hands. It never makes you feel good. And all it does is produce more stress, fear, and anxiety in your life. Okay. So stay away from that. Stay away from the gossip. Avoid social media first thing and last thing in the morning. You know, like when you wake up in the morning and you roll out of bed, right? Don't let your mind get consumed with everybody else's life first thing in the morning. You got to get up and you got to take care of yourself first. Do that stuff later. Limit your phone time. Don't compare your chapter 1 to someone's chapter 10. And don't be somebody who wallows in the negative. I mean, listen, we all have things that happen that get us down. I get it. Trust me. Been there, done that. However, give yourself a certain amount of time to go through that and feel those emotions. Don't live there all day and then let it roll into the next day. And then the next day turns into a week. We don't want to do that. We want to put a time limit on it. And then we want to move on. All right. So think about that with the challenges in your life. And maybe you've already overcome some challenges in your life. And maybe you've done things in your life. And when you look back, you're like, wow, if that challenge hadn't happened, I definitely would have never done that. I mean, when I look back on my life, I can say that about a lot of different things. But that one that definitely sticks out to me was starting my online health and fitness business 8.5 years ago as a way to be able to stay at home with my kids. Right. But there's been so many other situations. But I mean, we don't have all day here. I want to make these episodes short and to the point and quick, right? For you guys. I know you're on the way to work or you're busy. I totally get it. All right. So I shared a lot of this actually on my last training call. As some of you might know, that my signature program called the Mindset Accelerator was just launched a couple of months ago. And I just finished up the very last class with my students. And we talked a lot about this on there with them. And I've gotten a lot of awesome feedback. I only open up this course a couple of times a year, but it's designed primarily for online entrepreneurs to teach you how to silence your negative self talk and limiting beliefs so that you can accelerate the growth of your business. Now, people think that growth equals just taking more action and hustle, 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 hustle. I got to do more. If I do more, if I can just work more, spend more time working, then I'll be able to build the business that I want and earn the income that I want, and then I'll be successful. And that's wrong. It's all wrong. It starts with the internal piece. It starts with the mindset piece. And if you have that piece squared away, then you don't ever have to feel chained to your business, right? Your business is here to give you life, and you should be able to work it and then enjoy as much time as you want. So if you're interested in that, it will be opening up for enrollment at the end of October. It's only open a couple times a year, but if you want to get your name on the wait list and just be notified with more information as it gets closer, you can go to Kathy Reuter, KathyReuter.com/MA, and you can stay in the loop. So I hope this episode helped you out today, guys. Really appreciate you being here with me today. I hope that you have an awesome day, and I love you all. Keep crushing life. I'll see you the next time. Thanks so much for listening in. I really appreciate you choosing to spend your time here with me today. You totally rock. Hey, listen, if you loved today's episode, go ahead and tag me on social and go share this with a friend right now. Like, do it immediately before the day gets ahead of you and you totally forget. Couldn't be more pumped to be on this journey with you guys. Go make today awesome, and I will see you the next time.